humidity 49%. Winds are going to...
Good morning, all. Welcome to another episode of
a few days.
Daily Time Capsule.
Not as cold. We'll get up around 30 degrees, then mostly clear 23 tonight. Tomorrow sunny to partly cloudy and a balmy 34. It is 18 now. Good morning. I'm Susan Richard. Winds News Time.
Good morning.
7:30.
And a very good Thursday morning. I'm Scott Stanford. The fires raging in California are far from being extinguished. More than 50,000 people now under evacuation orders and warnings as another tremendous fast-moving fire is blazing through the mountains just north of L.A. This one's called the Hughes Fire. Officials say a rapid ground and air assault is, well, it's given them the upper hand on this one.
There are thousands of firefighters in the vicinity, dozens and dozens of engines and fire trucks. They are throwing a tremendous amount. You know, even in the dark, you can see the lights of the bulldozers carving fire breaks through the canyons here. They're just trying to stop this thing.
That's correspondent Matt Gutman. The Palisades fire now at 68% contained, Eaton at 91%. Those wildfires have killed at least 28 people and destroyed more than 14,000 homes and structures. Winds News Time, 7:31. Traffic and transit Thursday morning. How are we looking on the roads, Andre Ferro?
Well, definitely not the start we wanted on the northbound FDR this morning. It's been terrible all morning because of a crash by 106th Street, which hasn't cleared in about an hour and a half. And delays go all the way back to 34th Street. Now, the southbound Harlem River Drive is feeling the brunt of this as well. And you do have bigger delays on the Triborough Bridge, the Manhattan span, heading towards the Harlem River Drive again because of this crash. Here's what you need to know about the bridges and tunnels. Inbound George going to be 35 minutes. Southbound Palisades, eastbound 46, all bad. Now, the outbound side of the George does look okay. It's getting there, obviously. Westbound going to be the problem from Westchester Avenue over by the Cross Bronx and heading towards the Alex. Southbound Bronx River Parkway slow, just south of Pelham Parkway. More delays in the southbound thruway, passing McLean Avenue and Empire City and Yonkers, heading down towards the Marshalloo when you get down to the Deegan. Plus, the southbound side of the Hutch is slow, heading down towards the area of Wolf's Lane and approaching Route 1. Northbound, you're busy as well. Southbound Bronx River Parkway is not going to work much better for you. Very slow approaching the 230s. Eastbound LIE over in Queens, still having to deal with the residual delays from that earlier truck fire. You're dealing with bigger delays coming into Nassau or into Queens from Nassau County on the westbound side of the LIE over by Lakeville Road. Westbound Northern State Parkway would be better, but it's not great, especially as you head west past the Clearview. That long-term road work by Alley Pond Park is going to slow you down anyway. Southern State Parkway seems to be the best, but the northbound side of the Cross Island, very busy heading up towards the UBS Arena. Traffic sponsored by the Barnes Firm. Traffic and transit on the ones and breaking traffic alerts whenever they happen. Andre Ferro, 1010 Winds on 92.3 FM.
I'm attorney Rich Barnes. If you've been in a car crash, choosing the right firm is crucial to get the help you need and the best result possible.
Has anybody ever called attorney Rich Barnes and needed his services? Let me know in the comments below. Nope. Copyright strike. Don't want to do it. Even though this particular series on my channel here on Documenting History is not monetized.
2025 Yacht Rock Radio. The Beach Boys' Mike Love among the other inductees this year.
More music, more commercial music.
Not going to be as cold, is it?
It's not going to be as cold, Scott. Not a lot of wind either, and with some sunshine returning as with the day wears on, temperature will get up close to 30 degrees this afternoon, a veritable heat wave compared to the past 3 days. Clear skies tonight, low 20s in Midtown, but teens in most suburbs. More sun than clouds tomorrow. Still kind of cold, but again, moderating from where we've been, the high 34. We go into the weekend, still kind of cold Saturday with more sun than clouds and a high near freezing. But we make a run at 40 on Sunday despite limited sunshine. It'll get kind of breezy, too. Right now in Central Park, a lot of clouds and 18. The humidity 51%. The winds are light and variable. Repeating the current temperature 18, looking at a high today of 30 in Midtown. I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg on New York's weather station, 1010 Winds on 92.3 FM.
Now Taxes is using Credit Karma, where a TurboTax expert can do your taxes for you. They'll get your refund so you can do more with it right in Credit Karma. Now this is taxes. Intuit Credit Karma with TurboTax. See guaranteed.
I heard that Credit Karma and a lot of these apps and websites are not really they're not really what you call it, current. Like they're always behind and not up. It's not the updated.
Their job over the last 4 years when it comes to to disaster relief.
FEMA is going to be a whole big discussion very shortly because I'd rather see the states take care of their own problems.
The president says he's planning to visit North Carolina, which was devastated by Hurricane Helene. Trump and Hannity also talking about the plethora of pardons handed out by President Biden, including the old preemptive pardons on his way out of the White House.
This guy went around giving everybody pardons. And you know, the funny thing, maybe the sad thing, is he didn't give himself a pardon. And if you look at it, it all had to do with him.
President Trump also defending his recent pardon of the January 6th convicts. He says the actions of the people who breached the building were, quote, minor incidents. This is not going to be a good day at CNN. The network reportedly about to lay off hundreds of employees today. The job cuts coming as the network's looking to rearrange its linear broadcast TV lineup, build up its digital subscription products, all while lowering production costs and consolidating its teams. Sources telling CNBC that certain shows being produced in New York or D.C. may have to move to Atlanta where production costs are less expensive. Earlier this month, CNN CEO Mark Thompson said the network had received more than $70 million from parent company Warner Brothers Discovery to help fund CNN's digital operations. Well, yesterday we told you that one of the women who used to star in the Mob Wives reality series was missing. She's back now. Natalie DiDonato called her mother to let her know she's okay. There was a missing persons report taken out on DiDonato in Vegas after she missed a couple of flights back to Florida. TMZ says she told her mother she wasn't injured, but her purse was stolen along with all of her ID. It's the 97th Annual Academy Awards. If somebody gets sick, I'm ready to step in. The Oscar nominations coming out this morning. We've got your preview. 1010 Wins Entertainment's coming up next.
Right now at Verizon, you can get one line for less than you think. Just $50 per month when you bring your phone, which is less than you spend on Bella's Dog Walker and Glam Squad every week. Get one line on unlimited welcome for $50 per month with auto pay plus taxes and fees at your local NYC Verizon store today. $15 monthly promo credits applied over 36 months with a new line on unlimited welcome. In times of congestion, unlimited 5G and 4G LTE may be temporarily slower than other traffic. Domestic data roaming at 2G speeds. Additional terms apply.
The Arctic cold is here, so if you heat your home with oil, then you have to hear this message. Low-price home heating oil is now available to WINS listeners at a fixed price that can save you hundreds of dollars a year on your home heating bill.
If you're a subscriber to my main channel, Pride in Patterson, we featured Calvary Cemetery. And that's going to be published and broadcast on tomorrow on that channel, Pride in Patterson. I hope I was respectful and courteous in featuring that iconic location, as it is the final resting spot of many loved ones in the Patterson and surrounding areas. So if you're not a subscriber to that channel, Pride in Patterson, you can hop over and subscribe, and you'll see a lot of content in the northern New Jersey area, centralized in Patterson, New Jersey, but we feature a lot of other communities as well.
Big morning as the folks in Tinseltown are going to be waking up asking that age-old question, was I nominated? My friends, this year's race for gold is going to be tighter than a Hollywood tummy tuck, I tell you.
Adrian Brody's uncompromising performance as a Jewish refugee in the period film The Brutalist, leading the pack for Best Actor nominees.
There was one sin.
Ralph Fiennes could get his third Oscar nomination for Conclave. Timothée Chalamet's performance as Bob Dylan in A Complete Unknown should get him his second Oscar nod.
Everything's fine.
Demi Moore gunning for her first Oscar nomination in the Best Actress race for the body horror flick The Substance. Look for Brazilian actress Fernanda Torres from the buzzy indie film I'm Still Here, and Cynthia Erivo.
That's correspondent Matt Wolf. Nominations going to start to rattle off this morning right around 8:30.
Entertainment on 1010 Wins is sponsored by Shulman and Hill, New York's injury lawyers.
Go to hurtny.com.
That's hurtny.com.
A Uline
They know going the extra mile takes hard work. For companies pushing to go further, Uline will go the distance with you. 24/7, they answer the phone to get you the shipping and industrial supplies you need.
If you just landed on this video, this is an unedited snippet of the news for the purpose of recording our history for future generations.
Visit uline.com.
This is the story of the one who, as a maintenance specialist for a historic high-rise, knows that vintage charm historically needs constant attention. Which is why, when it's time to upgrade turn-of-the-century...
And we're about ready to listen to the 7:40 headlines, even though we're almost ready to conclude the video.
...and the scale to deliver when and where you need them. The right tools and supplies are never far away. So the one can keep that vintage building running like new. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
1010 Wins, the station you know, the people you trust.
The Newswatch never stops. This is 1010 Wins at 92.3 FM. You give us 22 minutes, we'll give you the world.
Good morning. Look at us, 18 degrees at 7:40 on this Thursday, January 23rd. I'm Scott Stanford. Here's what's happening. In the wake of a Brooklyn dad killed during a robbery in the back of an Uber yesterday, taxi and livery drivers are demanding changes to their unlocked door laws in the city. A federal judge in Seattle set to hear the first challenges to Donald Trump's ending of birthright citizenship while U.S. troops are being deployed to the southern border. Renderings of a new mega jail set to go up in Chinatown are unveiled last night, while community leaders say they were caught off guard about a public hearing scheduled for tonight. 7 police officers shot in San Antonio as they responded to a guy who was looking to commit suicide. The officers are okay. The suspect is indeed dead. Stunning reports out today about Yankees legend Mariano Rivera and his wife covering up child sex abuse allegations at a church they started, as well as their Westchester home. Checking sports, the Jets signed Lions defensive coordinator Aaron Glenn to be their new head coach. Our Mark Renee called that one last fall. Yeah, he did. Nets lost, Devils won. Wins News Time, 7:41. Traffic and transit. We get you back out to Andre Ferro.
Trouble in New Jersey.
And that was the snippet of today's news. Thank you for watching. We'll see you on the next video.